Have you been thinking about how to start your own soap making business? And is 2022 your year? If you want to succeed and build a business, it's important that you follow certain steps. And sometimes the idea of doing something like this on your own can be just overwhelming or really daunting. Hi, I'm Sarah from Soap School, and starting a business is never something to take lightly, and taking the time to do a little bit of research is an absolute must. So it's great that you're already doing that and taking that step right now. I hope that some of these tips will help you on your journey. And this first one might not seem so obvious, and it's, why are you wanting to start this business? A soap business in particular. What's the end goal? What would it do to your life, and how would it make you feel if you achieved this? If you don't have clarity of why it's important to you, it's not very likely that you'll have the passion and the drive that you need to start a business. And honestly, that goes for starting any business at all. Simply picking an item that sounds like it's going to make money isn't necessarily going to be enough to drive you to success. I'll tell you why I started my business and why it was an easy choice. You see, we were both working full-time jobs and trying to bring up 3 children, and that in itself is enough for anyone. But with 2 autistic children, trying to hold down a job whilst being constantly summoned to the school to collect them and pick them up, and all the nightmares that went with that, it was making it truly impossible for us. And we needed a flexible solution that allowed at least one of us to be at home more with our children. And that solution for us was for me to turn my passion into a career. And that's now lasted over 30 years. And it brings joy into my life every single day. And I couldn't imagine not having it in my life. So knowing why you want to do this can really help to drive you forward, especially when things get tough. So what are some of the other things to avoid when starting a soap business? And I think one of the key things is having a business plan. Without a business plan, you're really flying blind. It's very easy to make costly mistakes. And a business plan doesn't have to be complicated, but it should include your goals. What are you offering? What's your target market going to be? How are you going to reach your customers? And what you expect to achieve from your business. You can start by literally just creating a simple list of all of the tasks that you need to do in order to launch a business. The more you can break down each of the tasks into little bite-sized chunks, the less overwhelming it's going to be for you, and the more likely you'll be to keep moving forward with your goals and ultimately in launching your own business. The next thing I would say is to do your research. There are many things to consider when starting out any type of business, and not doing a research can lead to some really costly mistakes. So it's important to research your target market, the competition, which ingredients are going to be best for your type of soap, how to price your products, and how to market them. There's no point in having beautiful soap if you're not going to be able to actually sell them. So find out, work out how much you need to charge for them and where you're going to sell them, who is going to be your customer. Another thing that you will need to research is about permits and regulations. It can be really tempting just to start making soap and selling it without thinking about the legalities, but this is a really serious mistake, and it can result in you spending a lot of your time and money trying to sort it all out later if you don't get it right from the beginning. So check to see if there are any regulations that you need to be considering before starting the business. There may be restrictions from your landlord, your mortgage company, your HOA, etc., all on starting a business from home. There may also be regulations for the cosmetic products themselves in your area that you need to adhere to. And these might include things like the ingredients, or which ingredients can be used, the limits of those to make sure that the product is safe, as well as labelling information that needs to be displayed. And you may even have to have your product safety assessed before it can be sold. So do check the requirements for your particular state or country. So another thing that a lot of people think is that they don't need any help. You assume that you're not going to need any help and you can do everything yourself. Well, it's really hard letting go. It's hard letting go of your baby, the thing that you're passionate about, and letting someone else into that space. But it really, really does make a big difference to you growing your business. So for anyone starting out, just because you're doing everything yourself, it doesn't mean that you're doing it correctly. In fact, the chances are you're probably making some pretty costly mistakes. And there are lots of resources available to help you. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask people for help. Ask your friends, ask your family, go onto forums, online courses, or even find yourself a mentor or coach that can help and assist you in taking your business to the next level. There are so many jobs that need doing when you're getting started, but also when you're growing your business and you can't do all of the things yourself. There's tons of free help for you on YouTube, in the forums. Go and do some research. People are not going to give you all of their information for free instantly. So if you just pop onto a forum or a group and just say, I need a recipe for such and such, or tell me the best this, that and the other, if they don't know you and they've had nothing to do with you before, it's going to come across a little bit rude and crass. Spend some time, make some friends, become part of the community, and then people will open up and share with you and help you on your journey. It's always a two-way street. And the soap making community is a wonderful place to be. We talked about getting help, and this is kind of part of that, and it's to get help from a web designer. If you're wanting to have your own website, do not try and DIY it. Unless you're a web designer, I just would not even try building it yourself. I'm sure you absolutely could eventually get it built on your own, but it's never going to look as professionally put together. You're going to be pulling your hair out, and honestly, it's going to just save you so much trouble. Your time is best spent on the things that only you can do. It is so hard to have the bravery to let go and allow someone else to take control of some of these tasks, but it makes a huge difference to the quality, and it really does free up your time for the other important tasks. My next tip is to start small. Once you get bitten by the bug, you may feel that you need to kind of rush out and have lots of options for your business. And in fact, having too many choices actually makes it harder for a buyer to choose, and it normally leads to fewer sales rather than more. I would be tempted to start small, maybe just 5 soaps, which allows you to display them really beautifully, as well as having some great options for the buyer without overwhelming them with all of those choices. You can always add other products in the same fragrances over time and create a full range, but you don't have to start with them right at the beginning. So for launching your business, you literally can start with just a very small and simple collection. And another tip about too much is don't buy too much. It can be really easy to buy loads of things when starting out. You really don't need to. Be careful about what you spend your money on and keep it for the things that you really want or need, like paying for an event, building your website, etc. A good way to prevent this is make a list of all of the ingredients that you need and the tools that you need to get started right now. Don't just click that buy now button. We've all done it. I've done it so many times. Put the things into a basket, come back the next day, and you'll be amazed how many of those things you really don't need, and they just magically leapt into your basket unintentionally, and you can quickly take them off again and get that balance down to a more realistic level. And that's going to give you some more budget for the things that you really do need, like packaging and marketing and events later, even professional photography. So my next tip is perfect doesn't exist. I know you'll want everything to be perfect and your passion will shine through, but this is a handmade product, not a machine manufactured item. Small imperfections, surface bumps, surface blemishes, wonky cuts, they're all part of the beauty of a handmade product. Try and embrace these in a really positive way rather than feeling that they're not good enough. They absolutely are good enough. Your products are going to be beautiful. Another thing that you need to be ready for is to be prepared for people to not like your products. Oh my goodness. People not like your products, you've just slaved over them for months putting these beauties together, and someone comes along and takes a sniff and they're like, oh, I don't like that. Even if you think that they're the best thing since sliced bread, there are going to be people that just don't like the smell or the feel of your soap. So it's important to remember that not everyone is going to love your products. And that's okay. Don't take it personally and always listen to feedback, positive or negative, so that you can learn and grow from it. But just because somebody doesn't like your product does not mean that you have to scrap everything and then start reformulating and changing your products. Accept that everybody likes different things and know that there are plenty of people in this world who will love it as much as you. So if you want to start your own soap business at home, believe in yourself. You can absolutely do this. Know why you want to really do it, have a plan and do your research before diving in. Check on any regulations or restrictions that might be in your area, and then just start simply creating that task list to help break things down into little manageable chunks. Get as much help as you can from other people for tasks that you're not great at. Start small and remember that you don't need a million varieties to launch your business. Try and buy just what you need and not overspend on the pretty things that can easily eat away all of your money when you're buying online. And remember that beauty exists in the imperfections that you're trying to avoid. Celebrate the handmade nature of your crafts. Be proud of all that you have achieved. Know that just because somebody doesn't like your products, there are plenty of people who will absolutely love them. You just need to find your people. Starting a business is so incredibly exciting. It's even a little scary. But believe in yourself, remember your goals and enjoy every step of your journey. You're creating your future. I'm going to wish you happy bubbles and blue skies. Bye bye for now.